Hello dear students, I am Dr.S.D.Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasar Samaj's CART Arts, BH Commerce and EM Science, popularly known as GGUT College, Nasik. Dear student, this is our M.Sc. Geography Part First Class, Semester 1 and title of our subject is Principle of Economic Geography. The code of this subject is GGUT-113. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss our chapter number 4 or the topic number 4, that is economic development, and we have a subtopic for today's discussion, that is Myrdal's model. Dear student, in previous lecture we have discussed detailed information about the Rostock's model. Today for this lecture we have a study objective or learning objective that is very simple to discuss the Myrdal's models. The Myrdal's model is very famous in our economic geography. The Gunnar Myrdal was a Swedish economist, politician and social advocate who was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1974. Dear student, he proposed his model, the famous model about spatial model of economic development in the year 1956. This model is also known as a Myrdal's model. The theory of circular causation has been built upon the two effects, that is, the Backwash effect and the spread effect. On the basis of these two concepts, Myrdal explained his important model. Let us see the backward effect and the spread effect. For this purpose, let us assume in that region we have two separate regions, that is A region and B region. The B region is agriculture region where the agriculture activity is dominated, but other secondary or tertiary, maybe the other occupation, are totally absent due to the no proper electricity is there, lack of the mineral resources and other natural resources which are required for the economic development. This region also has a very poor transportation and communication network. It means all these factors are not favorable for the economic activity or the development of the economic development in that region. Therefore, backwash effect we observe in this region, and this is the unfavorable region for the economic expansion and the economic development of that region. Dear student, in other hand, we have a region number 1. It is a rich region with respect to the good cheap labors are there, good market area is there, good supply of electricity is there, good transportation network is there, transportation as well as the communication network is there, and good raw material is there, and all the resources are available in a large scale in this region. Therefore, the spread refer to the situation where the positive impact of the nearby location is available. Means what? So these are the favorable factor for the economic development. When the economic development it will be take place here, then definitely it will be affect the economic development of the nearby regions. Therefore, the spread of this development will be definitely spread toward the nearby region. Therefore, this is called as a spread refer to the situation where the positive impact of nearby location we observe due to the availability of the various support factor for the economic development in this region. Dear student, let us discuss the real theory of cumulative causation with help of the both region A and B. First, let us discuss about the region B, which is also known as a poor region with respect to the various factors that are required for the economic development. This region don't have too much natural resources. Means most of the natural resources are absent in this region, like mineral resources is not there, then the water resources are very shortage in that region, and whatever the resources we require for the economic development that are not available on large scale here. Second important thing, therefore, the outflow of the labor and capital we observe there, because if the industrial development is not there, economic activity not flourish, then what will happen? There will not that region is not support the job opportunity to the people, to the labor. Therefore, labor migrate from this region to other region. And same thing, If the economic activity is not there, then definitely there is no chance to invest the money, invest the capital. Therefore, it's due to this, the outflow of labor and the capital we observe from the region B toward the other region, maybe like region A. Dear student, therefore there is no investment, and when the investment is not, we not observe here, it directly impact on the no job generation, and no job generation, it has direct effect on the no economic activity. Means economic activity, mainly the primary economic activity we observe in this research. Especially I am talking about the agriculture activity that we observe in this season. And due to this all effect, there will be the not too much development of the economic activity, and yet as a result, this region remain poor, and it become poor and poor in next period also. Therefore, this region is known as a poor region. Why it is poor? With respect to the economic activity, because whatever this all support and this factor are not positively support to the economic activity, economic development of this region is totally absent. Therefore, this region remain poor with respect to the economic activity in this region. Other hand, we have a second region, that is region A, the flourished region. Why it is flourished? Due to the availability of the lot of natural resources in this region. Then this region also have a inflow of labor and capital. See, in the B region, we just see that there is an outflow of labor and capital. Why? Due to the there is no chances to invest the money and to get the job in this region. Therefore, the labor and the capital both are migrate from this region toward the region A, and therefore here we have inflow of the labor and inflow of the capital that we observe with respect to the economic activity in the region A. Dear student, therefore in this region we observe the high investment, and if we have a high investment, then definitely in this region we observe the high job opportunity, that people are able to get job in this region, and therefore the economic activity has flourished in this region. Not only primary, but I am talking about the secondary, tertiary, quaternary, and the quaternary. All type of the economic activity are flourish here due to the all factor are supporting to economic activity. I just mentioned about the raw materials available there, lot of resources are available there, cheap labor is there, then high investment is there, job opportunity is there, then everything are in a positive manner. Therefore, in this region, the economic activity flourished on a large scale, and therefore, as a result, this region become a rich in next period also, due to the continuously economic development process which observed in this region. And one thing is there, when this region, the main region is developed, then definitely the spread effect is observed here, and slowly the development process is spread nearby the region of the main region. So this arrow indicate that this region is flourished region, and the economic development take place here. Then simultaneously the around region or the nearby region also develop due to the development impact of the internal part of this region. So therefore, the spread effect of the development we observe in this region. In other hand, with respect to the B region, we don't have this type of the spread region. Even this region become poor and poor with respect to the economic activity and economic development in this region. Dear student, then let us see, there are two major principles that are also explained by the Myrdal in his model. Let us discuss these two principles one by one. The first is the cumulative causation. Dear student, the economic development takes place in a region initially because of the natural advantages offered by local factors like raw material, the presence of power sources, and the other supporting factor for the economic development. Therefore, this region develop as compared to other region. Then once such a region forward and ahead of the others, a process of the cumulative causation take place as acquired advantages are developed to that region, and it continue to grow and stay ahead of the other. That is the main reason. This reason is continuous develop for long period. It means the development leads the another development of this region also. I just mentioned that when the internal part of the region is developed, then definitely it support to the development of the surrounding region. So that we observe in this process. Dear student, it means this area further stimulate its prosperity at the expense of the surrounding region that I just mentioned, and that effect is known as the spread effect of the main region. Dear student, the second principle is very simple, that is the spatial interaction. It occurs with the movement of the labor, capital and commodity into the growing region. Such growth produces a backwash effect in the other region. So that is we already discussed in our example. The benefit of growth began to affect all regions, and the spread effect of expanding economy may encourage the process of cumulative position occur and the self-sustaining growth to take place in the other region. Therefore, dear student, this effect is known as a spatial interaction effect. This is a very important principle that discussed by the Myrdal in his model. The Myrdal called the movement of wealth from poor region to central rich region of backwash effect. Dear student, I just mentioned that there is a continuous movement of the wealth, movement of the capital, movement of the labor from the poorer region. I just mentioned about the example of the agriculture region, that's the B region, toward the A region, that's the flourished region, where the economic activities are flourished on a large scale. So this was mentioned by the Myrdal in his model. It takes place because of it's a better facility and opportunity afforded by the growing region. Means in this case we discuss about the region A. So in region A, due to the continuous economic activity, expansion of the economic activity and that area, there is a better facilities and opportunity to afforded by this growing region, and therefore not only labor get the job, but people would like to invest the money in that, and all this that impact the economic development. The process is rapidly growing in that region, and that region also impact on the nearby region. Slowly that region is also going to expand with respect to the economic activity and the economic development in that region. The result is expanding region on one hand and reducing the region on the other hand. Yes, it is true, because in case of the region B, we see that due to the outflow of the labor and outflow of the capital, this region become a poor and poor, and it's reduced its strength. Whereas in other hand, the region A, there is a due to the potential and the attract the capital and the labors and lot of things toward this center part due to the favorable factor for the economic development. And due to this result, that one region is developed, that is 1A, and whereas the region B is not developed too much, and means especially I am talking about the such type of the impact. You will observe that the poor region become poor and poor. That is observed especially in the developing and the underdeveloped country, that was mentioned by the Myrdal in his model. And he also mentioned that the rich region become rich and richer due to the expansion of the economic activity that was we observe in the developed country. Dear student, there are some stages of the regional differences which are mentioned by the Myrdal in his model. Actually, a region passes through 3 stages of economic development which are given here. Let us discuss all 3 stages of the regional differences and the economic development one by one. The first is the pre-industrial stage. Dear student, this is a very important stage. There are a few regional inequalities. It means some utilize the advantages of their local supporting factor, and development take place in an initial stage. Therefore, such regions are differ from the other region, but not too much, and the numbers of such points are also less. Just I mentioned that when we explain the example of the region A and region B. Here I am talking about the region A is starting to develop with respect to the economic activity, and whereas region B is not developed too much with respect to the economic activity. that is the pre-industrial stage. Let us discuss the second stage. Second stage is very important. In this stage, great equalities are produced by cumulative causation, and it's the backwash effect, and economy takes off and expand rapidly as compared to the other regions. So it is true, and that was explained by the Myrdal in his model. And last stage we have third stage, the spread effect of growth operate to reduce regional imbalance or differences. That is also explained by the Myrdal in his model. Dear student, now this model was really very famous in the world, but on the basis of various background and some issue, this model is criticized by various economists and the scholar. Among them, the few criticism we are going to highlight here. Let us see the first criticism. The theory or this model does not fully explain the process of economic development about more developed economy. Some points are not covered in this theory, like growth pole. Yes, it is very true. You know that the Myrdals always opposed to the concept of the growth pole, and that was not explained in this model. But see student, for the economy, if you want to explain the process of economic development, then growth pole is a part and parcel of its explanation. But unfortunately, it was not explained by the Myrdals in its model. Second important factor, the labor force and the migration of the labor are not considered in the process of economic development of the region, and that is also on the basis of this, the people or the scholar criticize this theory, this model on this basis. Third very important criticism, that is, this theory is not applicable for all countries. Yes, it is true, because whatever example the Myrdal explained in his theory, that was mostly example and the data was used by the European country and some North American country, and therefore when we apply this model for the some ASEAN and African country, that was it was not applicable for this reason, due to the because the base of this model is totally the data and the information about the North American and the European country. Therefore, this model is not applicable for all countries of the world. Fourth very important criticism, Myrdal explained the regional inequality about the region, but it is much powerful than the spread effect operating to reduce them. So that is why the people opposed to this model and criticize this on this basis. Stage of region passes through three stages of regional differentials are not explained in the detail, like required period and example also not given in detail. Dear student, see, this is very important. If you want to explain the stages, then you should give the specific period of these stages, how much period required for this period. I mean, duration of the stages is very important. But unfortunately, this duration and the period in the years that not explained in this reason, that is why the people, the scholar, oppose this model. Another important criticism done by the various scholars, this model not highlight the whole process of economic development of the region step by steps. Any model, if you want to explain any process, there should be the explanation step by step. Then people or the common man can be understand very easily the steps of the economic development. But unfortunately, that was not given by the Myrdals, this information step by step. And therefore, the most of the scholars oppose and criticize this model. Dear student, see, it is true that some criticism are done by the various scholars on the theory, but still it is very important model. Why it is important? Because Myrdal tried to explain about the economic development and its spatial pattern at the local and regional level, which was not did other scholar. Means such type of the work first time carried out by the Myrdal in the world. He explained the economic development and its spatial pattern at the local and regional level, which was not done by the other economists or the other scholar in the world. That is why this model is very important with respect to the economic development process and the study of the economic geography. Dear students, this was about the today's lecture. In this lecture, we explain the Myrdal's model. In next lecture, we are going to start a new chapter, that is the transportation communication. Okay, bye.